Hello, hi, it's Liz here, and today we are going to do something in our junk journal. It's junk journal day. So I have 4 journals here, 2 that I made myself and 2 that have been gifted. One from Australia, from a YouTube pal, Di. My Enchanted Journals is her YouTube channel, that journal, and this one all the way, that one all the way from Australia, and this one all the way from America, from EB. And yeah, and I just thought it might be a nice idea to come up with something that when a journal nears the end of its life, if you like when you retire it rather than end of its life, like this one that I've been working on for quite a while. This isn't a journal I write in, this is just a journal that I have a play in. I make some bits and fill the pages up with all the little things that I've made, and it's just so nice to look at it and look back at some of the little bits of ephemera that I've put together, and they found a little spot in this journal, and this journal is pretty much full, and so I am going to retire it. What's that one? Oh yes, the little houses. Yeah, you just reminisce about the things that you've made. Some of these things were from Roxy's challenge, and some just from things that I've come up with myself. A nice hand painted tag, and yeah, it's a paper bag from Krispy Kreme. Little tag at the end there. And so this, and that's a piece of hubby's old shirt. And another piece here from Fat Face. So this one will now go and live on the shelf as complete. I love to see them on the shelf, so we'll set that aside. This one from EB in America is the one that I journal in whenever we go to somewhere in Glasgow, to the different coffee shops and visits to the bars, and it's just filled with little bits of writing and receipts and donuts and little bits of dates. Tantrum donuts, we went to Wee Paris, French monkey, dog friendly, Millie gets salmon skins. This is a picture of the unicorn at the toll booth in Glasgow Cross. This is a picture of the big bookshop. Well, it's not big, it's just crammed full of books. It's not that it's big. I wonder if you can see those shelves. Oh my goodness. In the one hand, I like going and having a rummage, but in the other hand, I go in and it annoys me that I can't get to the books to look behind and look. And if you want something down here, it's too full of books. And here we are at the brunch club with Millie in another coffee shop. The Charles Rennie Mackintosh exhibition. The day out in Glasgow, and then we were at the Kelpies, so a little story about the Kelpies and a postcard that I bought. Restaurant, so you can see that's the art shop. You can see that this is filled with journaling and a little bit of more coffee shops and a little bit of just decoration as well. So this is a bit ongoing. That's a Tunnocks tea cake wrapper. There's still quite a few pages at the end there, so I will be filling that up with our trips and lunches out and dinners out in Glasgow and places that we go. So that one's still on the go. Then there's this one from Australia. This is more kind of arty and grungy and Di sort of style, and she has already added things to it, so I'm just adding a little bit more and trying to make it in keeping with the bits that are already there. Like I've put this little pink postcard in behind this pink envelope that was there. A little bit of grungy that I did. And this is dyes. It's lovely. So there's still quite a lot of space in that one for me to maybe do things that are just a little bit painterly, or you know, that kind of thing. So there's still space in that one to work in on a Tuesday as well. So we'll be seeing that one again. And then this is the one that I want to work on today. This is my one. It's a hidden spine. It was an old Winnie the Pooh book, which was just totally falling apart. This is the original spine from it, and you can see how it was just in a really old. And these are some of the little pages that I've kept when I took it apart. So there's still quite a few pages to be completed in this one. I've put in some of our recent makes. We made that I think 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. No, 2 I think, with the sewing patterns. We made this one last week. So I'm just sort of using this to put in the ephemera that we've made. Yeah. So there's still lots and lots of space in this to fill up. A little pocket there needs something. A little envelope there needs something. And that's not a pocket. So I thought it might be an idea to do loose pages. I'm calling them decorative loose pages for your junk journal. And I thought that I could make a bundle. Now, okay, for this, I guess you need to know that the page you want to cover, what size it is, if you want to cover the whole page. But I could make some of these for this book, and I wouldn't mind if it's maybe was a wee bit too big, because we can add a little bit onto the back of that one. So I was thinking, make a little bundle of loose decorative pages, so that when I'm come to finishing off a journal or wanting to just add some random things to it, we've got a few loose pages decorated up. We can just go into our pile and say, oh, that would go nicely there. Let's do that. So I've got a few bits to add to that, all already sort of pre-decided. So we'll put that there because that's the page I want to put in my journal. But let's make maybe a couple of pages that will do a future journal or future pages. I'm not going to, like I say, try and make it fit a certain journal. I just want to kind of make them page sized. And if it ends up, let me get this one back. If it ends up that, like, the pages here are really big, but if I have a little border, well, you know, I can butt it right down to the bottom and put a bit of washi tape there, or I could put it in the middle and put washi tape. I just think it might be handy to have a few pages made. So I have picked out some pages from some of my books. Let me show you. Let me just lean up with my squeaky chair. Okay, so this probably everyone knows, and this one here came from my Falling Apart Country Diary. I got this in the charity shop. It was super cheap because the pages were already coming out in chunks. The spine had broken, and I remember the lady gave it to me, I think, for like 20p or something. So I was super happy with that. I don't know which version it is. I know you get different versions. I don't know if this one's got... No, this one doesn't have a version on it. but somebody gifted it to somebody in 1982. Congratulations. I don't know congratulations for what. So I've picked out from that book this page, and in fact these 3 pages have all come from a very similar book to the Edith Holden one. This is A Countrywoman's Journal, Margaret Shaw. I have used this loads and loads. It's a mixture of the scripty script and typescript and some illustrations. So I've got some pages from that just to use as a background. And I also, at the back of the book, found this. And this is just like a lined page. And I thought maybe in some of the pages that we make, we might add just a plain bit of lined page in case when it comes to it and you're sticking it in the book, you maybe want to do a wee bit writing. I do writing in some of my journals and some not. I know people on Facebook groups and different comments I've seen, but what do you do with them? So that's the 3 pages from The Countrywoman. And I always think, well, I get joy decorating them, and I also get joy sometimes in writing some things in them and using stickers and receipts and things. So, you know, just do whatever you want in them. It doesn't, they're called journals, but they're not, most or some of them aren't, you aren't really journaling, if you like, in them. Okay, so these 3 pages of birds, so we're going to use birds for our focal point today. So these 3 pages have come from Thornburns Birds. Let me just check again. I get paranoid that you're not with me anymore. Thornburns Birds. This has been a really good book if you like to have birds, because they're a good size. The only thing I would say is sometimes the montage pages, the birds overlap, and so you have to sacrifice this one if you wanted this one. But there are hundreds of birds. Some are bigger, some nice smaller size. I have used it so many times. And like I say, there are different sizes and all different kinds. There we go. So if you ever come across that, I'm not sure. I think it was a wee bit dearer because sometimes the bigger textbooks, £4.99, but £5 for a charity shop book is a wee bit expensive, but I couldn't not with all these birds in it. So there's that one that I've taken out these pages, and then there is, let me see, this book. I'll just slide them off. That's just, I've taken out a book without any birds on it because I've already cut out this one from this book. This is British birds, and the birds in here are bigger. So if you're wanting more kind of, more of a big, for a big project or a biggish page that you're doing, I haven't used these quite as much. Some of them are smaller, but what happens in this one, at least it's 1 bird per, or sometimes 2 birds per page, but they are bigger. So I have used that less, but still a good book. I don't know how much this one was. Oh, this one was £2.49. Well, it's cheaper, and that's probably why I just went for it, because I probably wouldn't have, because I would have looked at it and thought, those birds are too big. Let me just fiddle about here. Right, okay. Yeah, I just pulled this out maybe to use as a background. So we still have some birds to cut out. I've already cut out, let me just sit them back on here, that one and a couple of ducks. And then this one, which is a long-tailed tit. We used to get them in our old place. Haven't seen any here. And then the blue tit is over there. And that's the little blue tit that we've got ready on that page. So that's what I've cut out. And I'm going to cut out one more of these. I think maybe this one. I think I'm going to cut out that one. But I'm just going to leave these aside just now and make a page before we continue to fiddle about, because I just want to get a page done. So I've picked out a few things. I've got, and we'll just do a simple collage with a few bits of modern ephemera, some, you know, these bits that you get in packs. I don't know, I think I got them from maybe Amazon, or maybe just like, I don't know where I actually got them from. Things just seem to appear. We'll say that anyway. So I was thinking something like, you know how I do this. I always play around first before I stick anything down, and I always get into a bit of a guddle because things move about, but it gives me an idea of what I'm doing. And then there's, and I think he goes like that. I think he's hanging from the branch, and we'll just put him somewhere in the middle. And then I think we'll actually use this little name just because we have it. And then in future times we'll know, although I think it's one of the most recognisable birds, well certainly here. It's there, and it's really just simple. So when you come to an empty page in your journal and you've got journaler's block and you don't know what to do with that empty page, then you look through your box. You look through your box of pre-made pages and think, oh, I could make that one work. That's just the job. That's what we could say. It's just the job. So we'll put this one right up in the corner. Actually, I think I got these in that monthly box I used to get. And I can't for the life of me remember the monthly box's name. I used to do the unboxings. And it just escapes me. I'm just going to leave that with the little hole up there. Right, and we'll not push that quite down yet. We will glue this up because I want this to be underneath. So we'll just pick that up a little bit. And then we'll just glue this. So super easy. 4 or 5 little bits. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, 4 little bits. And now was that underneath that? I think we'll just keep it on the top. And just cluster them together so that they make a nice background for our focal point. And he's going to go there. Now, let's be careful, because it's not the first time that I will have cut something off accidentally or pulled it off with some glue. And these little twigs were quite fine. So we'll just put him or her. I don't know. I don't know if it's a him or a her. And the little name, just as a little finishing touch. There we are. So how easy was that? We have now got a page set aside that when we come across the whole blank page and we have no idea what to do with it, we can go in and look at that. Now, that is just, yes, you're still with me. That is just, I don't know, I think that's just really nice. Do you not think? Yeah, I'm super happy with that. Wee bit of thread. Oh yeah, that's what we could do as well. We could do some stitching round the edge on the machine, and then it would look like you had stitched round that whole page. But I just think that's super nice. Oh, that's somebody at the bin. So we'll set that aside and we'll start one from afresh. What have we got? We're going to cut out this little duck here. I think, yes, we'll cut out the little duck first before we do anything else and add them to the pile of cutouts. I might not use all the cutouts that I've done today, but they'll be there in my little plastic wallet of cutouts. Good to go for when I need a bird. And we won't bother with the water. We'll just make them float in mid-air. So we'll just we get ducks quite close by because there's the river. So we take the dog a walk down that way. It's only really round the corner actually. It's not even close by, it's practically next door. And there's ducks and there's a heron usually, and there has been little otters which are very cute. There we are, that was easy. Right. So let's just spread them out a little bit on this sheet so that we can see what we've got. Right, we've got them to use, and we have these sheets to use as a background. So let's think, and we don't even need to keep that writing the correct way up, we can just keep it that way. So let's say that we're going to make a sheet and we're going to make a page, and we're just going to make it that size. So we'll just take that little plain bit off. And that will do in a journal that's got maybe narrower pages if you wanted it to fit exactly, or like I say, look, it would fit there, or like I say, you know, they don't have to fit exactly, but these ones are going to go in my stash, and I don't mind that the writing is going to be that way up. Okay, so what will we pick? Let's move that sheet to over there. Now I need something darker. Let's put him on the ground. I have my ticket book that I made. Maybe a biggish ticket. Here's a green one. Keep that out. I don't want to do it the same as I did the other one. Right, I think we'll do it with that green one just now. And then I have my little wallets of ephemera. This is just, like I say, bought ephemera. It's not any vintage or anything fancy. It's just stuff that you buy from Amazon, or like I say, I got in those. So we'll just play around and see where we end up. We'll stick with the green, I think. See what we've got. We've got that. That. There's a little mushroom. Right, so we've picked out 2 or 3 bits of green from that packet. Let's see what's in this packet. I should be the prompt for this week's playing card challenge is green. I might actually keep some of this green out. Oh, I quite like them. Now I'm going kind of beigey. It's kind of creamy. And anything in this final packet? Oh, there's a map. Oh, what's that? Oh, I don't think we want to use that hair cutting chart on our. Here's some birds. Right, I think we've found. Oh, excuse me. That's quite good. Right. I think this is, excuse me, I think this is a sticker. Yes, that's better. I think maybe that. That where we had it the first time. This is very green, isn't it? Oh. Oh. Okay, we're going to go with that. So let's stick that down. Where will we put the ruler? Let's put it there. So So now I think I want that little ticket behind this, but I'm just going to put this down just now and not properly press it down until we have now, was that on top or was that behind? I think it was behind. Right, stick that there. And this is how your fingers end up all gluey. Okay, it was about there. And then that. Sometimes it's never exactly how I planned it, but always close enough. And then this, I think this is a goose. Alright, now are we sure we want the white one? Let's just double check. I'm going to keep that little one for the next one. I'm thinking the white doesn't show up as nicely. We could do too much, maybe. Use them all up on the one. This one's giving this one the side eye. Looks like me look at you swimming past there. Think you're the bee's knees, do you? Look at my coat. My coat's nicer than your coat. I've got nicer feathers. That's what they're saying. I'm not sure this one. I don't know if I missed a bit out when I was cutting it out, but it just looks kind of weird. No, I'm going to go back to the white. Sorry, boys. Right. So my new pens came yesterday. If you watched yesterday, I was waiting on a wee package from Amazon. So yeah, let me show you. So I needed one grey. So you know, as you do, you buy a pack of 6, different colours, different shades of grey. So I haven't opened them yet, but they'll be grand. It was the pale grey I needed. And yeah, and then I treated myself to these. I've got the Inktense pencils, but I saw someone on YouTube using these and they looked really good. And you know, fear of missing out and all that. So these are proper like blocks of colour. So I'm looking forward to, I haven't opened up yet, so looking forward to having a go with them. Just put them there. And yeah, so that's that. I feel as if it needs a wee splash of something. But I'm happy to leave it the way it is, given that these are going to go in a pile and be used as and when. And so depending on what you want to do, let's bring the journal in. You know, depending on if we're going to put it, say we wanted to put this one here, then here I could always add like you know, the little fabric tag here. You know, if you leave a little space, then you can always add a finishing touch once it's in its spot. I think these will be quite handy. Oh, it's nice there. See, I'm already thinking I'm going to just use them up. Right, so that's another one done. So we've done 2. Let's see if we can do one more, because I think you'll get the gist. It's quite easy. And I think I want to use this this other long-tailed tip. Yeah. So let's see what we can use. That's my gluey thing. Let's just put the lid on that. And I'm thinking I definitely want to use that. Anyway, let's get a background. I'll use, I think, this. I don't know which side to use if I'm going to be covering up. Anyway, might be nice to have more writing rather than the plain side, but we're not going to stick it down just now, so it might just be something that's clipped in. I think I'm going to decorate the writing side, but I'm just going to take the little bits off so that I've got mainly writing. Whoops. And a little narrow bit off here. Yeah. Sometimes a little narrow bit refuses to come off. Let me just check you're still with me. Yep. Good. I would hate that you leave me. Don't leave me. Right. It's just a wee bit bent. Okay, so focal point. We have this and our little name. We can add that on wherever at the end. I think we'll have him. Yeah, he's that way up. Is he? Is the branch coming from the? No, he's definitely this way up. And I definitely want to use this. I think this is a. Is it a sticker? Yes, it is a sticker. So, definitely want to use that. Oh, look at that. He's looking at the nest. That's making me feel quite sad now. And something paler. That's quite a nice wee. These are all mushroomy things. I'm not sure I want a mushroom on it. Okay. What about in here, where the baldy men were? Seems a bit random, but I'm going to take it. Sometimes that's what you want, just something a wee bit random. Let's look through this little bundle. Oh, a squirrel and some fish. An R and a P. Oh, I like that. Right. Okay, liking the numbers. A thrifty 40 ride ticket. don't know what that is. Is this a sticker? Nope. Let's get a wee bit of paper there loose. So we'll just kind of make some angles, overlap. But sometimes it's only just a little bit of something that's peeking through. I do want to put the chocolate thing, but I don't think it's going to go, and I don't think that's going to go. So we'll put that back and we'll see how, yeah. And we've got our little label that we'll just tidy up a wee bit. And we'll put that somewhere at the end. Just pop these in there. Okay, good to glue. So let's put this down first. We'll just do it in backward order. That'll save us getting gluey fingers. We'll put that about there. Yep. So we started watching American Traitors. American Traitors is really quite different from the British version because it's kind of, it's celebrities, I don't know, celebrities. It's people that have been in reality TV before, whereas here it's just members of the public, and it does take on a different slant because they know each other kind of from the telly and from the programmes, and so they've got preconceived kind of notions about people, and plus they just act differently because they're used to being on the telly, and yeah. But it's still quite entertaining, I have to say. It still entertains me. I'd be very careful with the glue on these quite fragile little bits. And we want them just to kind of touch all the pieces underneath, and that just brings it all together. Yes, it'll soon be February. Thank goodness. January's lasted about 10 weeks, I think. It feels like it. Yeah, stitching round the edges might be an idea, but I'm not going to, because again, I can leave that to decide when I go to put it on a page, because I might not want it stitched if it goes on a page. I might want to leave it, you know, to put something else on it before I stitch it or something. So yeah, so that's us. We've made, oh well, no, that's not us. Let's do this. Oh. Right. here actually. Okay, so like I say, where's the one that we made? Yeah, so we've made two, but I could actually sit and make them all day, every day. No, we didn't make two, we made three. Of course we did. Yes, I do, you know, I did wonder. So, yeah. Okay, let's see, a favourite one. I don't think I have a favourite one, they're all. These two are very similar, but this one's good. I like this one. And, well, I like them all. I like all three of them. You can't pick a favourite. So that's Junk Journal Tuesday. We've made some page ephemera. Yeah. So if you've enjoyed the video, a thumbs up would be great, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.